As a professional videographer, we're standing out on the range today at the Isaac Walton League in Nebraska, and we're doing a little bit of filming here. We're going to be filming some sporting clays and trap shooting later on today. And one of the things that guys ask me all the time is, how do you get into filming hunts? Well, I got into it by luck, but in that process and getting better and better, you start to begin to find tools. The very first tool you find is a great camera. The second tool you find is wireless mics. And the third tool you find is a tripod. And then you begin to go out into the field and you begin to hunt, and you realize that having a tripod with you just doesn't work. Going on an elk hunt or a deer hunt in the backcountry, filming sheep this year, filming in Africa and Cameroon, the majority of the filming that I did was with a Stedi-Stock. And this little tool right here is a Stedi-Stock. This is actually the Stedi-Stock 2, and it is what I film. 99% of the footage that I film is with a Stedi-Stock. And the reason I film it is because with this particular tool, it's because it allows me the functionality that I need in order to travel lightly and hike through the field. I can carry my walking stick with me, which is also my monopod, and I can carry the camera with me. A lot of times I'll have mounted my production camera. We happen to be using it to film this segment today. So I've got my small handy cam on here, and I carry a monopod. What this gives me is 3 points of contact that allows me to film. I can put the camera right on here. It's a quick release. I just drop it right on there. I can put my shoulder right into it, hold the camera, look through the viewfinder, and film my hunt. If I want to be filming a lot more casually, I can use the screen to film with. And then if I want to be filming roving action, I can pick it up, hold the bottom of the stock, and be filming as I go through. So it provides me a tremendous amount of functionality. The Stedi-Stock 2, the difference is the entire unit is a little bit more stable. It's a couple of ounces heavier than the original Stedi-Stock, but it provides you a lot of functionality. I also use this for my spotting scope. I use this for my photography camera. I use it to film bird hunts, especially because I can follow the bird as the hunter is beginning to engage it. Today we're going to be filming sporting clays, and you'll get to see a little bit at the end of this clip about how steady the footage is as we're filming the sporting clay, because I can easily follow it just like I would if I was shooting it with a gun. What the new feature on this that I really like is the adjustability. If I need to, I can move the camera forward and backwards. So if I want to bring the camera back towards me and be able to get a little closer to exactly where it is, or I can move it all the way far forward. It slides nice and easily. It's got a rough grip across the top that holds the camera incredibly steady, and I can get right up on it and begin to film. There are times when I'll turn the camera sideways and film sideways, especially with my DSLR. The other availability and beauty I like of it is the entire unit is movable. So if I want to mount it to a car window mount, all I do is mount this in, and I can easily drop the Stedi-Stock right on it. I have a Stedi-Stock mounted to my photography camera almost at all times. I have one mounted to my video camera for 99% of the hunts I do. I have it mounted to my spotting scope, and I actually have this small coupler and quick attach device mounted to my window mount on my car, so I can take my spotting scope with me if I want to, and I can easily drag and drop it right into the window mount. This year we'll be doing a lot of spot and stalk hunts for mule deer, and I'll be using the slip system design. This year we're going to be hunting a lot of ranches, and we'll be using the moo cow slip. And the beauty of the slip is that I can walk and stalk in on deer very easily. I keep my head right about here. I can stalk in on them, still continue to stand. I don't have to crouch, get behind this. I can see exactly what's going on. When the cow or when the deer are lifting their head and they're alert, I just stop, don't move. When they put their head back down to feed, I'll take a quick step forward and a quick step forward. If I want, as I'm doing that, I can actually be filming. Because again, that quick release on there, I can drop the StediStock right on there, drop the camera right on there, and be filming. When the cow or when the deer, or I'm getting ready for my shooter to take a shot, I can come up to a specific spot. There's a spike on the slip system that lets me put it in the ground. I can bend down behind it and see exactly what I'm filming. So it gives me a tremendous amount of functionality. StediStock is incredibly reasonable for what it is, incredibly easy to pack in, and especially in backcountry hunts where you're going to be on a horse or you're going to be doing, backpack type hunts. A monopod is a whole lot cheaper than, and a whole lot more weight efficient than carrying an entire tripod with you. And it gives you that 3 points of contact. I filmed 9 hunts in Cameroon, Africa, and every single hunt we filmed with this. In Hungary, when we were filming driven pheasant, I spent hours capturing footage. I would set my big camera up on the tripod, focused on the hunter. I could take this with me and begin to follow the birds and begin to follow the shots. And we could couple that footage together when we put the episode together, and it worked out fantastic. Go to StediStock.com, check them out, and check out their Facebook page, facebook.com/StediStock.